Hey guys, this is Seth here with Playing Evolved, and oh boy. So, it's onward to the official scenarios again. Still haven't beaten the artificial organs scenario, but since I last played, I did look back at the footage, because I don't do that often, but I did look back at the footage while I was editing anyway. And I did discover exactly what was the issue, like what I think may have been the reason why I lost. And as it turns out, the reason why I think it happened wasn't because of where I put the DNA points towards, per se. It was more so because, of what I had picked in the lethality. The thing is, the artificial organs actually pushes down the lethality meter, which is something I didn't account for whatsoever. And as a result, the lethality went down, which is why I couldn't figure out why the lethality had gone down and why it seemed like, things are slowing down. That's why. It's something I didn't really catch on to in that previous session. But indeed, that is why I ended up having the issues I did, and unfortunately, it did kick my butt in that retrospect. So this time, I have to account for that. So I have a bit of a plan as to how I'm going to go about this. A bit of a plan, but it's not. It's not one that'll be easy. That's the thing. I don't quite know for sure how I'm gonna go about this. But now that I know exactly what it was that the artificial organs do, and it cuts down on the lethality, I'm gonna use that to my advantage and hopefully try to get something going here. Because it was very stupid on my part that I had all those DNA points and it all went to waste. Solely because I couldn't really plan more accordingly. I put everything towards, symptoms that I shouldn't really have done that towards. I do think I should have, I do think it would have been a better idea if I had done refunds on symptoms that weren't lethal, to kind of get like 4 DNA points, saved up, and then try to see if I could spend that towards other symptoms that hopefully could up the ante. Unfortunately, though, I didn't do that, and because I didn't account for the decrease in lethality because of the artificial organs, unfortunately that meant that they took care of it, and there went any of the there went the lethality. So I need to keep this in mind next time. Note, though, that I wasn't exactly doing bad at it. On the contrary, I was actually doing really good. And I say that because I think I had nearly 3 billion people, 3 billion people had been accounted for, despite the lethality decrease in the game. And it really did, total organ failure, although the symptom didn't really hang on long enough in the game, it did do a lot of damage early on. But now I need to account for other things. I'm thinking this time, instead of going from the top area, like I did before, I'm probably going to go from the bottom area this time, the bottom half of the symptom tree, and go from there, because that seems to have more of the lethal symptoms that I can target to up the lethality on the thing, and for the run to go better. But it's going to depend largely on that. But that, I think, is my course of action here. I don't know if it's going to be successful, but it's probably my best bet right now, because I don't really think I'm gonna make much progress otherwise. As for the stuff I was putting towards in terms of stopping the cure, that didn't really do much. That wasn't really necessary. I don't think it was a good idea to waste... I think it was a good 30, 60 DNA points I ended up wasting on the my defenses and stopping the cure, when really I shouldn't have bothered, because that was wasting a lot of DNA points that I needed to put towards symptoms, perhaps, and that's probably another reason why I didn't do too well. Because judging from how the cure was spreading, like how the cure was, you know, being worked on so fast, I don't think it made any difference as to whether I would have put in those defenses or not. It still screwed me over anyway. It still didn't hold on. So I think my best bet is to focus on symptoms and to keep hitting at the lethality meter, because obviously they're going to keep trying to knock it down from the artificial organs. But as long as I keep getting lethal symptoms added on to the plague in this run, I'll be just fine, you know? At least I should be if my theory goes well. And that I can't really say for sure because, well, I don't really know. I don't really know how well the symptoms are going to do here. I'm also trying to think, is there anything else I want to get?